Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Overwatch 2. And I'm gonna apologise in advance. If you do hear a noise in the background, it is my fan. But that's because in the UK right now, it's like, granted I know other countries have it have worse weathers. And I guarantee now I'll know a bunch of Americans will be like, it's not that bad. Big difference between the UK and like American households. They have aircon built into their house. We don't. For the UK, when it starts raining, it's like, oh, okay, it's just a typical Tuesday. When it's sunny as anything, it's like, praise the Lord. But we're going to play some ranked before the season ends because I checked the battle pass because it's basically the most simplest way to like make sure for 100%. Time remaining a day. There's today, and then there's today, Sunday the 22nd, Monday the 23rd, and then about half a day on Tuesday. At least in the UK, it seems to it seems to update around 6 PM, roughly, if I'm remembering correctly. So I was gonna play some yesterday, wasn't feeling 100%, so I was like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna play a few ranked games and see where we go. Oh, dress call. Not paid much attention to dress call. We're gonna do a couple games in roll queue, see how we go. In all roles, just to like see how we do go.
Select your hero.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the ban thing.
Select hero bans.
I mean, now Mercy might not be the worst thing. They both selected they want Moira. I'm gonna say Genji because he can be annoying. Symmetra, I'm gonna go Anna. Just like with the hero band, I like the fact they've got an option for it. I really do, and I have said that they need an option for a good while. So if I said for Overwatch or for Rise, not Rise. Is it Marvel Rise? Marvel Rivals, that they need a ban system. Overall, I'm happy that there is a ban system. Kind of annoyed how it basically goes based off like your I think your I don't know how it completely works. But for me, as a solo tank, I've no longer got two tanks as an option. DPS have got two non options. Weirdly enough, none of the payout characters I picked to be banned are banned. But support are all fine. You know what, I'm gonna play some Sigma.
Why ask questions when you could just obey?
But yeah guys, the season ends on Tuesday, so I'm just gonna play some last minute comp to actually see whether I can redeem myself for this season, because last time I played comp and streamed it, I went bad. Today I've actually had a decent win streak, like I did my dailies and I was perfectly fine, didn't lose a game. Saying it now, I'm pretty sure it's going to come now. Also, guys, any of you that did see the recent episode of New Adventures and didn't notice a mistake that, by accident granted, I didn't notice until setting up stream today. But for the new episode 24 of New Adventures, it was supposed to be, you know, finally getting some work done, considering the fact that for most of the series I've just been, what to do, you know what, we can slack this episode. And from reading it from certain angles, it doesn't sound great. I've changed it now, but it was supposed to be getting some work done.
The answer remains nebulous.
There was some other stuff I wanted to get done on the sidelines for New Adventures, but because of how close we are to day 200, I didn't want to go over that margin. Which was like, okay, where's the balance? And it's like, you know what, I'll stop here. I should have gone a bit further, but like I wanted to get I wanted to essentially get to a decent point. Now, after we get to day 200, the stuff that I wanted to do, I probably will do in between, but like there's potential chance I might just get some of it done. Like for instance, I want to spend a bit more time at the iron farm to get a few more, like get a bit more iron. I think there's like,
The robot is with us.
I want to say a stack and a half potentially saved up, maybe more.
The enemy has claimed the robot. I'm on fire. The barricade proceeding.
So yeah, so there might be just over a stack of iron, just because of the fact of like right now in like new adventures, I need iron. I need a load of iron, which is annoying because it's like, okay, what could I be doing in between streams? Trying to see if I can find, you know, because of the fact of the new How to Train Your Dragon add-on, because of the live action movie being out. It's like, what could I do in between streams? Try and track down Toothless. Wait, hold on. That's not most practical, and I do need you know what? I was sitting in an iron farm. Literally, guys, the 2 times that I have done it now, I've mentioned, and I will more likely mention it again. Like, there's plenty of times I might forget by like time streaming new adventures tomorrow, but I will probably mention it again tomorrow. The 2 times that I've passed at the iron farm for a good period of time were when I had something like when I had like I had a few boxes that I needed to break up, so it's like, you know what, sit at the iron farm, break the boxes up, practical. And the other time I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit and play a mobile game for like an hour. And I don't think I spent an hour playing a mobile game, but I spent a good while. It's like, it's not the slowest iron farm in the world, but like speed wise, that could be quicker. But at the same point, I get, like, it's like a very simple iron farm, so me expecting, you know...
Captain Evasion, grab for me! Tactical visor activated. Like mayonnaise. Not to be academic, but I believe that one can call this fire.
Unassailable prowess.
Let us proceed.
Also, guys, the reason we're doing Overwatch today is because it's like, hold on, now that I'm done with Spider-Man, there's literally only new adventures that I'm streaming at this point. It's like, I don't want to only do 2 streams, like, it's like, I could technically just do a couple additional episodes in adventure, but it's like, I don't then only want to, like, because basically it was at a point where I was only uploading like twice a week. And I don't want to be essentially doing only that, like, at the same point, like, what I used to do is just, you know, basically sit and play COD for about 45 minutes, and that was just in custom games.
My reign
But at the same point, it's like, do I really want to sit and play COD for like 45 minutes? Because, like, I don't like, if I'm streaming, I want to stream for, like, I try to stream for a minimum an hour and 15, an hour and a half generally. Yeah, sometimes I stream less, sometimes I stream more, depending on, it will depend on it. Like, for instance, when I was doing the Spider-Man DLCs, because I wanted to do them in a couple parts just to build up suspense and all that lot, and basically make people, like, if people are interested in the series, they'd watch both parts. Plus, there was the odd point where it's like, I really got like, because I was trying to get them all done in like a week. It's like there are some days where it's like, okay, I don't have the most optimal amount of time tonight. I don't think Team Cal's on the nope. But yeah, there were points where it's like, okay, don't have the most optimal amount of time. I've got an hour, that's fine. Although I will say, if I'd never done the Batman series, the hour and a half stream probably wouldn't exist. Because my like thing when doing the Batman series was I will play, see how long it takes me to get through each episode. Which took around, like, I think
safe to Aiden.
Group up here.
I 100% should not be double checking in between.
Group up. I'm on.
Okay, no, it wasn't because of Batman then. I don't know where the hour and a half, because like the first episode of Batman was like a 2-hour stream because I wanted to get them all in like in single parts. At some point, I would like to basically take all 5 episodes of Batman from season 1 to season 2, put them all into one playlist, and same with the Spider-Man series. Like
From the brink once.
Miles Morales would probably be the first one I'd want to do, just because that's like a 6-hour thing. So it'd be annoying, but like stuff I'd have to take it like, because it wouldn't be a full 6-hour thing. It'd be like 5.5, probably about 5.5. But for the most part, like what I would do is a case of they would be a 100% beginning to end, all just condensed into one video. But at the same point, like I don't see the need to do it, and I'd rather focus on other stuff in a minute.
The robot is in our possession.
Surrender to my will.
But something that I have been tempted to do, which I might
Answer remains nebulous.
do this week, I might, is I reckon in about say 2 more playthroughs I could 100% complete Spider-Man 2 again. And I'm kind of tempted to do it, just because then it would give me a couple stuff. Another game I'm tempted to do, and if I do it, guys, it wouldn't be me going through a whole series. Mainly because I don't have access to most of them, not on PlayStation anyway. But I'm tempted to play through Arkham Knight. I know I said I might do Injustice 2 at some point. But the thing with doing Injustice games is if I do one, I've got to do the other, which is kind of the reason I'm hesitant to do Arkham Knight. Because like I have access to both Injustice games. I don't currently have access to all the Arkham games. Not in a simple way that would mean streaming would be simple. Because I have, I think Arkham Asylum on 360, maybe Xbox One. I have I think Arkham City potentially on PlayStation that I've not played through. Arkham Knight is the only one that I have properly done. Like, there's supposed to be a Gears of War Reloaded coming to PlayStation, which was originally an Xbox exclusive. I want to find out more about it. If I do, because I love the Gears of War games. Like, Gears of War 4,
Stay with the robot.
one of my favourites. So close. But yeah, Gears of War 4, one of my favourites. I've done terrible in comp the last few seasons. Like, I think it was last season I got to gold. Not got back lessons. And I keep saying every season, I need to put more time and effort in. I never do.
To my will.
And guys, I don't know why. Like, Overwatch back in the day, like, I used to put like 3-4 hours in any time I played it. Now I put about half an hour to 45 minutes in. It's like, yeah, that's done. That's fine. But now it's like, can I really be asked to then play additional, like, I don't know why, but the way I see it, it's like, I played Overwatch for half an hour tonight. DPS. I'd want to play Freya.
Select heroes to ban.
Symmetra. I'm also going to say Bastion because he can be annoying. I'm predicting now Farah Sombra and Bastion. I'm predicting. I was close with I was right with Farah and Sombra. I presume Bastion, but Mercy and Moira too. Was not presuming that. Again, I like the band hero thing. I really do. But at some points it's like I wish there was a comp game mode. Like, for instance, like, I like the fact of open comp is just a case of Overwatch 1 comp. Kind of. A good old-fashioned 6v6. But essentially modernized. And I like that.
No mistakes.
So I'm pretty sure hero bands are in both versions of comp. So guys, the thing I'm trying to do is essentially manage challenges. Due to the fact they ended a couple of days, something like win 45 games in unranked. If that stays until Tuesday, that'll take me like a day. Because that's just like what, 3 wins? Which, technically, it's not impossible. And not even then. That just means not winning all 3 games tomorrow night. Which, again, like, I don't self-sabotage. Like, if I win all 3, then I win all 3. But saying I'm not, like, saying I want to win all 3 and being able to win all, like, saying you want to win all 3 and winning all 3, there is a bit of a difference.
Let's give this another
Because
shot.
open queue, ranked, unranked, you never know what you're going to be going against. You could go against a Sombra that is terrible in one game, absolutely obliterate her with people that she should be good against, but then get wrecked in the following game by a Sombra. Also, the reason I've played a lot of Freya for this season, I say a lot, I barely have. I've played Freya a lot on stream, but in reality, I really haven't. And it's just a case of new hero. Simplest way to explain it is, you know when you get something new and it's like new class now, it's like basically what Freya is. Like, she's new hero, I want to learn everything about her, and I do really think she's cool. Plus, I want to say she's kind of a counter to snipers. Because she has the ability to quick fire. And the ability, I mean, she can literally go boom 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 boom. And that could be someone dead. That could be a sniper gone before they've got a chance to fully... Like, Widow needs a second to load.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Like, with that shield, that would have been dead.
One less to worry about.
Oh, thank God, I'm on point. Like, depending on the map, Bob's either terrifying or the equivalent of a pussycat. He's either harmless or literally not. And I'm saying that was the case of he can auto aim and hit anything he wants. Because depending on where he is thrown, he might have a point of view of, like, if he's thrown in a good point where he's covered from some angles, still has a great view of point and can cross anyone who comes near point, he's deadly as anything. But if you throw him into a corner and he can't hit, like, anything to save his own life,
Time is money, they say.
then he's as harmless as a snail. See, I would say Autonomous is like a pillar, but it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Pillars used as a weapon, they can be harmful.
Group up.
Thanks, Diva.
Thank you. Over here.
With a, like, perks and all that lot, you always want something that's either gonna, you can 100% take advantage of, or B, that your team can then, that can be then used to help your team take advantage of. For instance, one of Freya's perks is the literal ability to know when people, to literally spot people when they're weak. That's useful as anything because it basically gives you ability to see through a wall. Just more specific.
You're a lifesaver.
And it also does mean, if I know someone's like weak and essentially one shot, I can point them out to the team. Or if you've got someone like a Genji, Sombra, or Tracer that's flanking forward, they take care of someone almost, but they get away. Frey can then just go bang.
My ultimate death blossom is ready.
Sniper, don't get caught. Heads up.
Cat stops for no one.
Yeah. Updraft grants a temporary free use of quick dash, direct hits will take aim. The fact that I can, you know, recharge some ammo will be useful kind of thing.
Cat stops for no one.
I will say now, the picture, like, doesn't completely look like a crossbow. It kind of looks like a mace. Like, I look at that and it's like, okay, so the bottom part looks like a handle. It might just be. See, I don't know like whether they do it per like per skins like weapon or whether it's just one picture per thing. But bottom looks like the thing, and the top just looks like sort of like a battle axe sort of mace thing.
I'm number one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Sniper, don't get caught.
But yeah, guys, why it is essentially boiling hot in the UK. If you do hear noise in the background or when I'm streaming or like doing videos or anything, it's more than likely my fan. Just for like last couple of weeks, it's like I said a while ago, it's like there's a potential chance I might, and I've essentially been trying to go without it, but it's like no, it's at the point where it is way too hot.
Our numbers are low. Careful.
I can't shake me that easy.
And guys, that's coming from someone who literally has been like in this weather, been walking out in essentially full black, like black trousers, black hoodie. Like I've still been wearing a hoodie in this weather, and it's not because of the fact that this weather's not warm to me. It's literally down to the fact of why I'm out. Like if I'm not out with someone and I'm out by myself, I like to essentially have music. But like I don't want my phone like right next to like the wallet, my keys. Like I don't want to hit it against either. I'd rather like where I know where it is in my pocket.
Challenge.
Which means to most people, I probably look like mentally insane for willingly being like, "Why is that wearing a hoodie?" I have no idea whose side that we were on. I'm presuming it was ours and they just snuck over.
Jeg er ikke klar til at stille træskoene endnu. Bob, do something!
That Bob my placement potentially might have been wasted.
Systems pretty hot.
Although they're close to winning.
I'm on fire.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Jeg er kommet ind! Nu bamser der! Taking the point. If you get to do it.
Also, something useful that I'm happy is in this game is when you do die on Overwatch, you can ping who's just killed you, so it's like,
Back on my feet.
okay, our Freya's just been killed by an Ashe. We know our Ashe is basically right above us.
Systems pretty hot.
Our Moira or Diva can like fade or chuck something up there to do it, or Reaper can just go and deathless and half the team.
Self-destruct sequence.
GG Reaper. Kinda why Reaper's kinda just my case of like saying, kinda why Reaper's just kinda my case of I need a win. Okay, time to play Reaper. It's like most people who I know, like who play this game, I've got like that one character where like they need to pull out a win, that's who they go. Like I've got a mate who
Hostiles on the point.
he's chaotic as Junkrat, chaotic. But yeah, as Junkrat, and he causes so much trouble for the enemy team. He pulls off tricks that should be impossible. Yeah, he pulls them out of thin air. Another mate who, as Hanzo, has pull rabbits out of bloody hats is the equivalent of. He's managed to take bloody snipers down in minutes.
Love,
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
my ultimate is charging.
Ultimate's not ready. Surrender. I will. Hunt it down. Nu bangada!
Hopefully Diva can. Diva's close to her ult. How did I get my ult before Diva did? She got a lot more kills than me. Yeah, and we win. See, I'm not completely useless at comp. Or as Freya.
Play of the game.
Yeah, I'm giving it to the Ashe because she was good.
Do something!
It's like, I've seen about I'm gonna say about 3 different types of Ashe players. Ones who are good with a sniper and don't need Bob. Ones who depend on Bob way too much, and granted I'm 100% dependent on Bob way too much in the past. Kinda do want to still play him, but I'm kinda more 50-50. And then players who, I'd say I'm more falling to the category at this point are thankful when they've got Bob because it helps them get out of a sticky situation, but can survive without Bob. See, I love streaming Overwatch, but the one annoying thing is 2 games have just taken like half an hour. Now, the one thing I want to know is how far am I? See, that looks cool. Yeah, okay, I'm not that close. A couple seasons ago, I've mentioned before now, I did kind of get robbed of like a good set. Gold, I do think looks nice. Jade, I've stood on ground and I've said it's not the best. But Galactic does look nice. But I've got most. See, I will get to a point where it's just like, that looks nicer than that. But like, gold does still look nice. Although I will say, Deco Black and Red skin does still look nice, but Heart of the Courage. I saw it when the season was advertised and it's like, yeah, I'm getting it.
Select your hero.
Same is probably going to be who I go to play.
Choose heroes to ban.
No, actually, Farrah can be annoying for you, so yeah. I'm seeing a lot of tanks get mentioned here. Life Weaver. I don't know if I don't think when I've done this I've ever picked ban Life Weaver. Granted, like banning a couple supports, like banning supports is like multiple, like banning like 3-4 supports. No, oh damn it! I was gonna play Diva. Like, I was literally going, like, I know a big thing, but it's like, damn it. Just feels like, hold on, this map, like, there's going to be certain parts of this map where being able to walk it up and still dive into shit and block a lot of stuff and take heavy hits is going to be useful. Thank you, team. So far, like, no one has completely, like, up to now hadn't messed me up with it, but, newsflash, I was wrong, I knew it would happen eventually. Also, guys, I'm only slightly annoyed because it's just a case of, damn it. I get it happens. Although something nice I do get, like, out of, like, I'm the only one out of the people who I do speak to on a regular basis who play Overwatch that gets to say the fact that from season one of Overwatch 2 all the way up to current season 16 Overwatch 2, I have all 16 mythics. I consider it a tiny bit of a brag, because it's like, at the same point, it's literally, I've been playing this game technically since 2016. Now, the reason I say technically is back in the good old days of 2016, Overwatch 2 came out at some point then. I got the Xbox One Series S then, and I started doing YouTube that year, beginning of the year. Like, I'd had a 360 for a while. I don't know why that year I was like, you know, I'm gonna start doing YouTube. And I did. I don't know why. See, what I might start doing is doing, say, weekly Overwatch streams too. Just because I keep leaning to do more, because in the end I do overall enjoy doing them, and like people have them in the past. But yeah, Overwatch came in Overwatch came out in like 2016. I got the game at some point on PlayStation, on Xbox One. I got it, I think it was for like Christmas. I started playing. This is back in the early days of Overwatch 1. Started playing it like Christmas. Played the odd little bit of it. Then didn't play none during... I played the odd bit during 2017. Came back and forward every so often. Like, I wouldn't go and like to it every... Like, I didn't play it as much as I do now. And I only play it as much as I do now because of the Battle Pass. So yeah, went back to it every so often. Come 2018, a game called Spider-Man came out, and I was like, I want it, I want it. Now beforehand, it wasn't the first time that I was potentially going to get, you know, a PlayStation. The first time was potentially Crash Bandicoot came out, and it was a game I played as a child, so fond memories. I just way too nostalgic for the game. I still do like the game. Very annoying parts, which is the reason why I never would do a beginning to end playthrough on it. Because I can basically get through 99% of the game. You then have that one annoying part of the game. And I get, it's 100%, I will say now, 100% skill. Because there were parts of it that back when I was a kid that I couldn't get to, but now can very easily. So I know over time with playing a bit more, I 100% could. But then this might have actually been 2016, 2017, because it was before Spider-Man 2 came out. Crash Bandicoot was then released on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. So I picked it up for the Switch. Because it was a game that I played as a kid with like family members, so, you know, played it again with those family members. And then Spider-Man PS4 came out in 2018, it's like, I 100% need this. And at the time I wasn't like aware of like exclusives and all that lot, because at the time I wasn't like big into it. It was just a case of what console I liked more. Now I see. Now if I was to pick between Xbox and PlayStation now, with no prior attachment to either, I would be like, okay, what has better games that I like more? What has better stuff with it? Like, I would actually put consideration into it. But back then it was a case of, I got a 360, so I carried on with, like, then the upgrade was the Xbox One. I didn't get the Xbox One when it first came out, but I did get the S. And there's only 2 times that I have got a base console when it's basically come out. Because I didn't get the Xbox One when it came out, I got the S. Why is no one on point? So yeah, didn't get the base Xbox One, got the S. I don't believe I got the base 360, considering I got that years later anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure I got a 360 when the Xbox One was out.
Heroes never die.
I think, if not, it was coming out soon.
It seems I lost my balance.
Because I had a 360 before, I think I got it in like 2012, 2013. So it was like 3 years later I got the S. So I think it was a couple years later than the one came out, because there's usually a couple years between them. And then 2018 Spider-Man PS4 came out. I was like, oh my god, I want it. I need it. It's like, hold on, I don't have the right console, and I was checking up on PS4 prices at the time. I spent a good bit of time, you know, Facebook Marketplace checking stuff, because at the time I think I had like a couple £100 spare. I think it was less than that. And it's like, okay, what can I get for this? And it's like, I was looking, pretty sure I did even message a couple people, and like, in the end that Christmas was like, you know what, I'll get one now, and even then it wasn't the base, it's pretty sure it's a PS4 Slim. And even then, the first console I got essentially on release, even though I don't think it was completely on release, was the Nintendo Switch. The original version of Nintendo Switch, which I do still have. Because the order when like going in the order I got consoles was 360, Xbox One, S. So in between getting the Xbox One S or just after getting that, I don't have it anymore because it was never left at mine. But there was a Wii, I think it was a Wii U in between all that. But basically at the time it's like, because I believe my dad wanted me from like Berkeley or something, and it's like, no room at my house, you're just not getting there, it can be left at yours. And I never did really get to use it, and it might have been a birthday present for me, but again, never really got it. Then got a Switch. Then in 2018, Spider-Man PS4 came out. Then I wanted that, so I got a PS4 for cheap, considering that was in 2018. A couple years later, the PlayStation 5 came out, and even then, at that point, the PS4 Pro was been out for a while. I think that had been out for like a year or a couple of years, and why I could have. My logic at the time was, I want to get some other stuff for Christmas too. I don't want to put all my eggs into one basket. I will do one more game. Potentially one more. I probably will do, say, 2 more.
Select your hero.
You don't know. I'm gonna select Sigma and see if TV does get banned again. Because I did enjoy playing Sigma last round, I just know for a fact. Life Weaver. Nah, I'm gonna agree with Malga. I'm also gonna say May. Thankfully, I've not seen no Diva, so I probably will. Way I try to do it is I don't try to single out one category. I try to look over the board who I don't want to deal with that round personally. And Life Weavers are generally annoying either team because damn it, I wish Life Weaver would be on that list too. Because Life Weavers tend to really annoy things. I don't know if it's just because I've not checked my health properly, or I've been lower than I actually have and I've been healed in between, but I see a lot of Life Weavers going, whoop, we're going to pull you back because you're right on top. Right onto, like, health. Like, your health's perfect. And in reality, they're under attack, using you as a human shield. You then get destroyed because you're getting chucked into a situation that you have no idea. Like, they've got, like, you know, a Torbjorn, a Genji, and, you know, like, a Junker. Torbjorn, Genji, and, you know, like a Kiriko after them. And you get chucked into that situation, and it's like, holy shit. Because you're not prepared for it. They don't care.
Stick together. Let me take the hits.
And then they start whinging when the fact of, where's my human target's gone? It's like, you used me as a human target. That left the building.
Are you taking care of yourself? I'm fine. I put in
But yeah, some Life Weavers do really annoy me because it's just like, why are these so annoying? I was gonna say, Mercy, I wouldn't follow me all the way down here. Mainly because I'm from down here to destroy these, but I'm also going to try and see if I can get a couple of jump attacks. Give them a credit, they took charge and they, you know, covered their Arista while they were low so they get fully healed. Although one thing I do find annoying, but I can annoyingly explain why. Diva out of mech doesn't have an abilities, and I get it, her whole thing is her mech. So it 100% makes sense, like her mech has the abilities. Like she's not, like she's basically just a normal human. But at the same point, it would be nice if like she had, you know, something. Like thankfully with a thing you can do is you can basically increase her health. Which is nice. Because otherwise, Tracer is more useful than Diva's out of mech. Kind of. I know saying it, like people are gonna be like, that's not true. It's kind of. Tracer has a few abilities, which is what the reason I say it. But like a good Diva compared to a bad Tracer, the good Diva is gonna be better. Plus, worst case scenario, if you have a mercenary team and your Diva is out of mech and she does go down, if you res her, she gets her mech back. Damn it. I mean, I have nuke now, but again, not near point, not gonna be able to get back to point. Like, Ash for some reason was like, y'all just hold back, and it's like, no, go into point.
This ends now.
Aim right. That was like 3 of them. What? See, May used to have this really annoying ability where she could freeze you basically every single time she touched you. I'm saying basically because I can't remember whether it was the case with specific things. Now I'm pretty sure it's only a Rolt. But her ult had ended, so I don't know why the game wouldn't let me move.
Heroes never die.
But yeah, I think I probably will, unless I'm doing other series, which at the minute I'm not. I might start doing, say, weekly Overwatch, which if I do, will literally just be Saturdays. It'll be a case of a nice game of Overwatch over the weekend. See, annoyingly, I was like, you know what, guys, I'm putting in a new schedule because like I want some time for streaming, and I don't want to be streaming every single day. Turns out I really didn't need to put that schedule in. Because like I put the schedule in like I think it was a couple weeks before. I think I was on like part 6 of Spider-Man 2 when I put the schedule in, which was because I was like my new intended plan. I didn't put in consideration what was I gonna stream after Spider-Man 2. But guys, that schedule is still basically gonna be input. There's gonna be one small difference. If there is no any additional content will be Tuesdays and then weekends. Or more importantly, Tuesdays will be any additional content. Saturdays will then just be Overwatch content. Unless there is an additional series, which in that case, then there'll be that. But if it turns out a case of Free Fridays, then, and there's and there's like, new series out. Again, I thought Frozen then. There's me. I don't give her back as a perk. See, May used to be the most horriblest character in the game. And I don't mean bad horrible, I mean most toxic. One of them at least. I say the only characters that give her run for money are Torbjorn's auto-aim turret, Symmetra's turret, and then Sombra when she used to be able to go invisible permanently. And for all those being like, wait, Sombra could go invisible permanently? Yes, she could. Which, to be fair, made sense. But a change I did like from what they did was basically go, while Sombra's not shooting, she's invisible. Which basically made it, Sombra was going on the offense. She couldn't. She had to come uninvis to go onto the offense. Damn it. Nerf this thunder. Hold on. Why on God name her? No, seriously, game. Why on God's green earth was I not allowed to remake? Anyone of those, feel free to let me know, but like, I can't see a reason why it wasn't allowed. Like, I love Overwatch for the most part, but there are very annoying points. So now, if anyone doesn't know what, like, Overwatch 2 before, I think it was like season 14, maybe season 15. It was definitely changes that was like made late last year. But before that, Overwatch 2 was like, great, this exists. Now it's like, oh great, Overwatch is back, which is why if anyone's like, wait, is that why the whole Overwatch 2 community went, we're back? And it's like, yes it is. Because we went from Overwatch 1 being great, to Overwatch 2 being, it's copeable, to then going down hills. Because Overwatch 2 became free to play. Okay, fair enough, that's cool. But guys, for the most part, free to play doesn't really continually actually mean... I'm saying it as a case of it doesn't really, because while it technically does classify as free to play, there'll 100% be stuff in there that's like, this is expensive, but you'll need it, or you'll want it, instead of just being like, okay, here's the game, have fun. And guys, for the most part, I do blame, like, Fortnite for instance. I don't hate Fortnite as much as I used to. I don't really hate it anymore. Yes. But Fortnite was one of the big things where it's like, it didn't introduce battle passes to games. It made them, I want to say it made them popular. Because battle passes went from basically not being in games to, we need game content. Battle pass. Say something annoying and I want them to fix it. I know they never will. Why on God's name earth, per round, do we have to re-get our perks back? It makes no sense. And it's not even every new round. So it's not like they couldn't change it to what it is for most games, to what it is for... yeah, we've lost. Actually, maybe not. Where the god name Earth did she come from? I'm sorry, how in the hell did May turn into a sniper?
You met? You me. Miss me?
Thanks, Baptiste. But say thanks, Bastion, no, it's Baptiste. Although something that I do hate in modern games, the 1v1 rule no longer gets respected. Like back in, I want to say, back in the good old days of like Black Ops 2, if you saw someone in a fight against someone else, you left them alone because it's like, okay, 1v1. But now it's like, oh my god, there's someone dealing with someone who's, you know, my teammate's perfectly got undercover. Nah, I need to go and help them. See, personally, I want to say that should essentially say F you to Mate Ice thing, because it's a nuke.
Heroes over here.
Diva's not so great for like dealing with far-away combat. But same point, I'd rather like deal with it this way than need to get up and close. Because there are risks that's good at, you know, close combat. Although something I do wish was a bannable thing, and technically it is, but it's questionable at best, for the most point. You'll have players who are so cocky and will sacrifice the first round, which I'm pretty sure is what they did for the most part, because now they've turned into, you know, the unstoppable defenses. Like, I hate when players go from essentially almost losing a round, which is what they almost did. They almost didn't get it to the third point. But to now, you know, clearly stopping us from doing it. Like, stopping us from even touching the second. I would like a, you know, big nuke kill, but I don't think I'm gonna get one. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can sneak around the side and then just nuke them.
Let's move this thing. This ends now.
Thanks, Mercy, for essentially giving away my whole plan. I'm sorry, I've dropped the Seriously? I hate how every, and I mean every Maybelline main goes, I'm about to die. That should be put on a bigger cooldown than it actually is. Like seriously, how the hell did they almost not get to the third point and almost didn't get the first one? They got to the second because they was like, we're held on, we're being cocky here. But to then go to stopping us, they 100% weren't playing to their full strength. And guys, you can get banned for essentially, self-sabotage. But the whole team is doing it, they're not exactly going to snitch on themselves, are they? Which is much more questionable. I don't think anything ever does get done about it. Alright, I will do one more game. I mean, yeah. We'll open loot box, then we'll go to a game. Is it going to be loot box 10 I get the legend? Nope. Which I'm pretty sure means no more loot boxes for this week. Well, there's something I do want them to bring in is they've done mystery comp, team deathmatch comp, elimination comp. I'm pretty sure they've also done. I don't want them to bring them three back as a permanent comp thing. Like, rotate through them, have a couple up for the first half of the season. Rotate through the next. I'm gonna play Brig. Oh, I didn't, did I? Damn. Actually, no I did. No I didn't. Now, I'm straight up going F to Life Weaver. And May. And just because of Rissa pissed me off last game. I bet you now, Arissa will probably get banned. I doubt Life Weaver will. And the reason I'm saying Arissa probably will, 3 people now have picked. I'm presuming Moira probably too, because 3 people for that. I'm going to say probably Sombra. Oh, look at that. May didn't, but Arissa did, thankfully.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
What's the 4th game? Yes, it is. It's like, I've done 5 games. It's like, no, I've only done 4. Okay, they potentially both will get done. I'm trying not to get too many weekly things done. It's like, that I know it's going to get done because 3 games tomorrow night. One I don't want to because it's a pain and I can easily get, hopefully as long as they don't reset for next season. Otherwise I will be slightly annoyed. But not too annoyed. It's that.
Papa said to deliver my manuscript in person, but I'd be a little embarrassed.
But from a certain point I was like, wait, do we have a Freya? I was like, hold on, nope, that's just a mercy. 100% just a mercy. Although, guys, at one point, in Overwatch 2, there was 2 characters that I didn't have golden weapons for Mythic skins. Yeah, no, I know that was stupid. Because after I got basically every gold weapon I wanted, there's been 2 since. Symmetra I wanted to get for a while, but I've gone off that since, and I probably will one day. And then now there is Freya's. But at one point, there was only Junker Queen and Hanzo. There was Junker Queen, Hanzo, and Genji, but I got Genji that season. Now, there's, what, like 3? Like, after this game, I will go through the Mythic skins. Mythic skins that I have, but don't have gold weapons for. Because I'm pretty sure I have Junker Queen now. I don't have Hanzo. I don't have Junos. Freya can be a pain in the ass to deal with, but at some point she's like the easiest target. Don't know how to deal with her. Almost a team kill. Mercy, it's fine. I 100% extended way too far just because I was got cocky. That Bastion 100% did it because he wanted payback. Annoyingly, I do wish when Mercy res you had like 30 seconds of invulnerability. Or even if it was just 5.
Get in there, Bob.
Yeah, I don't blame on Mercy for being like foul, because it's like, res takes 30 seconds to revive. I wish for goddamn sake that, you know, you can instantly be killed, because for 2 reasons. One, when you res Diva back, she's not res back in mech, which it makes sense. Her getting back into mech can then still get, she can then still get headshot and killed. Then for every other character, it's annoying to then go and res someone, then instantly get killed and be like, oh my god. Because then it's a kind of a 50-50 with like how your team's gonna take it. Are they gonna be like, it's not your fault? Or are they gonna be like, you shouldn't have res, like, I should have known that Fatso Bastion was instantly gonna drop in, you know, an ult on you. Like, you should have known that. Like, I have seen some dumb responses to, you know, things that out of players' hands. Like, when you get sniped from halfway across the map, I've seen players be like, dude, like, halfway across the map, what was I supposed to do? Pinpoint the target and go, nope, you're not sniping me today. Because of Bob's sacrifice, I can do some more. Again, that... Sigma, I'm dead. Thanks, Mercy. But yeah, I don't know what I've done to pick up that Bastion. But like, he's activated ult and dropped it on me twice. Like, instead of going for like 3 other people, he willingly was like, ah yeah, that freaking 100% just charged straight up in front of me. Mercy, I would not try that res. That could be a piece. Again, I'm either playing really good, or their Bastion is just that terrible. It's like if he activates his ult, I'm now the bigger target. Better your target me. Ah, wrong Bastion. Like, part of me doesn't want to stand near any of my team because it's like, I know the Bastion target's coming. At the same point, Riggs is a, you know, group healer who works better when she's got a group of people to heal. Because of the fact that you've got a group of people standing near you.
That was close.
Behind you!
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Like, I'm checking the time, it's like, okay, this is probably one of the longest times that I've still been streaming. Just because typically I stream like 9 and I'm done like half 10ish. Like UK time, but it's like, hold on, wait, I didn't start until half 9. And it's like, hold on, wait, it wasn't that long ago that I streamed till like, what, half 11? It might have even been 11 that I streamed. It's just a case of like, annoyingly, like I didn't make the most of it, and I didn't know until when I spoke to a mate. But I was like, it's like, hey, how come this person's not been around? Because like they've not been a PlayStation for a while, and it's like, ah, they'll wait for 2 weeks.
Take care of each other out there.
Which means the one, like, I've literally essentially not had like no one to speak to for like last week because the one of them has been away. The one mate who I've known for years is become more of a pain when it comes to it. And then the other I've not known, like I'm one of those people, if I've not known someone for a while, I don't 100% feel comfortable being stuck talking to them by myself. It's like the Ark world and Minecraft world that I've shown. Well, the Ark I've not shown on YouTube, but I did show on Twitch. And the Minecraft world, that was all by a mate that I've only known for what, 5 years? And even then, when the one mate first introduced me to him, I'd always try and make sure I was like the first one off, because at the time it was basically just the 3 of us. I'd always try and make sure I was like the first one off, and you know, but now it's like, yeah, I'll happy enough to speak with him. It's like, I've known him for a while now. And we win. Two losses, 2 wins. I'll take that. 50-50 win rate for tonight. I'll take it. Pokeball and honor. See, I like that because it shows Bastion just plowing on for them. That just shows me going rampant on them. I'm giving it to our Mercy and Ash. Both did really well. I theoretically should. But here comes the bragging part, so if you don't want to see me brag for probably for like 5 minutes, 10 at most, feel free to click off now. Now, going through mythic skins that I have, and then gold weapons. First of all, I am going to include Diva. Her mythic has been confirmed for next season, and it's already confirmed that, like, this season, like, it was confirmed. Which is why when Junos got released this season, I was like, wait, Diva's mythic this season? No, season 17. So first of all, Diva. Yeah, I have golden weapons for Diva. I'm not going to go 100% like how they were first released. I will show you when they were released. Next up, Sigma. I have Sigma's golden weapons. Then Orisa. Then Junker Queen. The first new character to get a mythic, actually. Kiriko was then third, I believe. Because Genji got season 1. Slightly surprised didn't go to Tracer. She got hers in season 5 though. Slightly surprised didn't go to Tracer. I'm slightly also surprised that Sojin hasn't had one of them. Reinhardt is a yes, and he's had it somewhat recently. Nope. No. For the most of them, I have mythics. Like, I have their actual mythics equipped. So if the reason I'm saying no is because like they don't have a mythic yet. Ash, yes. Bastion, Cassidy, Echo don't have one. Freya's new, doesn't have one yet. Farah, no. May no. Junkrat, no. Hanzo, no, actually. And he's the first no. It was Genji and Junker Queen. But again, gold. Gold weapon and Zeus is a mythic. I don't always keep the mythics on because either A, I got a skin I prefer at the time, or B, like I think Neurotic Witch looks a bit cooler, personally. Or a skin comes out later, which in that case I think it was. Genji's I do. Reaper, Anubis, and Reaper was my first gold weapon, so yeah. I don't have Anubis equipped because I have Chain King, which is his League skin. Same for Luchador. Same for Tiger Luchador. But yeah, Luchador was his first, and I was like, I don't like it, but I main Reaper, so I never equipped it. Then Tiger Luchador got added from like Destiny, so there was a couple others, so I only got one of them. But then Chain King come and it's like, yeah. But the skin I used before Chain King was Hellfire, and I still do really love Hellfire, but Chain King is just an improvement. Surgeon doesn't have one, Soldier doesn't have one, Sombra doesn't have one, but I do have a gold, and Black Cat I do like a bit more. Nope. Widow does. Spellbinder, and I don't hate it, and I do have a gold weapon. I'm just not the biggest fan of her, thing. But I do really like Heart of Courage. Heart of Grace, even. Some of the new skins they brought out, like I like the weapon for this, and it's not I don't like Widow looking more like a normal self, but I do kind of like the Mirror Watch Widow design where she's more human. Venture doesn't have one. Torbjorn doesn't have one. And Tracer does, and I do have gold weapons for her. But for Tracer, at the time when Tracers came out, I had her All-Stars Atlantic skin, and I do still really like her All-Stars Atlantic skin. But then Adventure came out, and it's like, Adventure is kind of cooler. But it's like, at the time, it's like, no, I want to keep to the All-Star skin. I've paid for them, I want to keep to them. Because, like, they're League skins, so I want to keep to them. These days, I'm not too fussed about it, and I only have 2 League skins equipped. Pink for Mercy, and then Chain King for Reaper. And then, I think it's last season, they released some cat skins for characters, and I love Sombra's Black Cat, so they did one for a few of them. And I picked up Tracers. And I picked up a couple others too. Because Sombra, which I'll quickly show now, got 2 other versions of Black Cat. There was Neon Cat, which she got a while ago. And then Tuxedo Cat, which is the newest, which is basically all just a redesign of Black Cat. I do really like, and I think the blonde does too. But Black Cat, it looks a bit cooler. Plus, it kind of reminds me of, you know, Black Cat or Catwoman, so there's that, which I think is potential based on that. Now it supports. Mercy does have Vengeance, but I say Mercy doesn't have one. So no, Mercy has Vengeance. But again, I have Pink equipped. They also did Rose Gold, but I think Pink looks a bit nicer. Moira, I do have. I was like, Moira, I don't. But it's like, no, I do have Moira's. I'm about to say, Zenyatta doesn't have one. It's like, no, he does. So Zen and Hanzo. Juno, of course, has one, but I don't have a gold, so that's 3. Jericho does. Again, some of the earlier mythic skins I'm not the biggest fan of, but like I do kind of like it. It's just a case of I don't know why I kind of prefer this. Again, I don't know why. Like I also have Heart of Passion, which I do think is also kind of cool, but again, some Heart of Passion skins I like more than the others. But it's a case of if there's a couple skins in a bundle you like, and I'll show off in a second, it's cheaper to get all of them. Like we didn't have one. Lucio doesn't have one. Ilari doesn't have one. Brig doesn't have one. Baptiste doesn't. I keep forgetting I have Baptiste gold. And then Anna does, and I do have Anna's gold. Which again, I'm not 100% the biggest fan of. But yeah, so Juno, Zen, and Hanzo are the only ones I don't have gold for. And the oldest one is Hanzo. Now, if I was to pick out of all 3 of them for like next season, what one would I pick? I would pick Juno's. If Overwatch was to be nice to me and go, here's say enough skins to get say 4 more gold weapons, my problem would be solved, because I'd get Hanzo's, Juno's, Zen's, and then I'd get Freya's. If it was to do what I did originally, where like I only had Reapers and Sigmas, and I was able to get like another 10, I believe, the characters I then would get would be obviously the 4 I just mentioned, plus Symmetra, plus Ilari, plus Malga Ramatra, plus Sojin, and potentially Props Venture. And then it would go down to random select. But yeah, the thing I was on about is, for instance, take this bundle. Not the greatest bundle to show this for. But for instance, say if you like Formal Wear, Mercy, and then Evelyn Wear, Tracer, but you're not the biggest fan of Hanzo, it does work out cheaper, although they're not all bad skins, to get all 3 than it would be just to get 2. See, they don't have no big 5 like character bundles up at the minute. The best I can do is show you. Again, say if you don't like Royal Archer or Royal Butler, but like you like the Royal Prince or the Royal Princess. Like, for me, the only one like I like is the Royal Princess, because I think Mercy kind of looks cool. Like, a lot of Mercy skins I do like and don't really like, for instance, I don't think Lucio is like good for that. I think they tried way too hard. Same for... Actually, no, I think Butler does suit it. But, like, Archer, it just seems like a copy and paste of another skin, and it kind of is. But again, if you like a couple of skins in that, it makes more sense to get all of them. Although something I am going to whinge about now. Also, the order the Mythics came out in was Genji was Cyber Demon, Zeus, Amaristius, Galactic Empire, Emperor, A7000, War God, Onrai, I know for a fact I'm pronouncing some of these wrong, Ancient Beast, Ancient Call, Grand Beast, Ancient Caller, Vengeance, Calamity Empress, apparently the weapons also chucked in here too. Did not know that. You then had Bound Demon. You then had the first mythic weapon, Bound Demon, which I do think was cool. Anubis. You then had second, Midnight Sun, Spellbinder, third, Deliverance. You then had Lead Rose and Dame Charger. Heart of Hope is the current one. But then after Spellbind, you then had Reinhardt and then Zen's, which was Thor and then Pixel. You then got Magnificent Man Attack, which I don't think looks that cool. I think it kind of looks goofy, but I think it might be the point of it. Okay, been kind of, you know, close since the last 15 minutes, but yeah, so guys, that is 100% last stream for Season 16 of Overwatch. Season 17 then starts Tuesday. There'll be new adventures tomorrow night, new adventures Thursday, and then probably the first stream for Season 17 on Saturday. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed. If you are new around here, I know I should have said it earlier, but like and subscribe, and this is Tiger signing off. Bye!